Tattoos, body art, and piercing. They're all becoming huge issues all over the world, and they're affecting people getting jobs. Like one research I've seen, there's out of 100%, 85% of people do not get jobs because of having either a body piercing on their face or tattoos that offend the employers. And well, there's a lot of things that are going to an extreme, and I'm going to talk about that right now. One place that I've seen in particular was Los Angeles Fire Department, and one of my research. Well, they go so far as to the military veterans that was a firefighter. One guy, he'd been a firefighter for 20 years, and he had a tattoo of an American flag with an eagle in it, and he has to cover that up with a patch. And it makes him mad because he's showing his pride for our country and showing he fought for our country and he's trying to have something to remember that by, and he can't even show that and can't even wear that. I think a lot of it has to do with the effect of how people get tattoos and what they get tattoos of. Some tattoos are offensive and some aren't, like the American flag with the eagle on it. I don't find that offensive at all. But now, if you got a dragon or something with an eagle, what does that mean? I don't understand. Some people it may mean something, and most people it don't. But when you go so far as calling up military tattoos and stuff that you got for your serving your time, well, I don't think it should you should be covered up. Now, Los Angeles Fire Department even goes to so far as if while you're in the firehouse, they stay 9 to 10 days out of a month. Well, even while you're in the firehouse eating, you have to cover up your tattoos at all times, eating, and when you're sleeping, they even make sure you cover them up. Even when you're sleeping, they walk around and check to see if your tattoos are covered up and piercings are visible. And if they are, you will get either suspended or get in trouble for it. And I think that's going a little too far into people's privacy, and it shouldn't be that big of an issue. And another thing, the piercings on the face. Well, that could be a huge deal, and tattoos too. Tattoos in the workplace are really affecting, and body piercings are too, because if you have a job, say you're working at a bank, you can't have piercings on your face, you can't have tattoos all over your arm, because the people coming in and employees are not going to like seeing somebody that have tattoos all over down their arm and body piercings on their face. It's just, I mean, it's not presentable. If you're in contact with public 24/7 at your job, then I could see going to have them covered up at all times. That's understandable too. But when you're not in contact with the public at all, then there's no sense in having tattoos covered up. I mean, now when you go to contact with the public and when you go out, and you shouldn't, and when you're off the job, you shouldn't be judged on how your tattoos look because you're off the job. It's not on there. It's not on the clock. You're not being paid by the employer no more on the clock, so it shouldn't be judged by that either. Tattoos are something that people chose to get, and piercings are too. So when they're on their own free time, then they shouldn't be judged on how they look, and it shouldn't affect your job. Another thing, whenever you're an employer, you don't want to set a policy that singles out one race, singles out one religion or anything. You got to make sure it's everybody in the whole vicinity. You make sure you hit all subjects, and you make sure that there's a distinct procedure and distinct dress code that they got to follow. Because if not, you can't go to argue and say that, well, it's in the packet. Well, in the packet, you got to have stated out exactly what they need to wear, formal wear, or what it needs to be. Main thing is just I disagree with a lot of what's going on in the research that I showed. It showed me a lot of that, and I just explained that with y'all today. Thank you.